There was a liturgy of the Passover, a liturgy of 4 cups, each cup representing a part of the promise of Exodus 6, verses 6 and 7. Every time a Jewish family got together to celebrate the Passover, these 4 cups were there, and this liturgy was celebrated. At the outset, the head of the household would begin by blessing the food with a very specific set blessing and drink the first cup of wine. Then the food was brought in. The Passover lamb, you can read about it in Exodus 12, roasted whole and with bitter herbs and stewed fruit. And each had a symbolic meaning in the feast. The lamb, the sacrifice in the place of the household. The lamb whose blood would be put on the doorposts so that the angel of death would pass over that household. And then the bitter herbs to remind them of the bitterness of slavery. The stewed fruit had the appearance of the kind of mortar that would have been used to make the bricks out of clay to remind them of the bondage and slavery and what God brought them out of. So after the blessing and the first cup, this food was brought in, and the son would ask the question, "What are we doing?" And the father would explain and then drink the second cup of wine and break the bread and say, "Here, the Lord our God, the sovereign of the world, who has caused bread to come forth out of the earth, praise be to his name." This is likely where Jesus distributed the bread that we just read about at his second cup. And then the first part of the Hallel Psalms was sung, Psalm 113 to Psalm 115. After that the meal was eaten and blessed, and the third cup of wine was drunk, and then the second part of the Hallel, Psalm 116 to 118, was read. So when you read the Gospel accounts, they sang a psalm and went out. It was likely Psalm 118, which incidentally is a beautiful description of the work that the Messiah would do. And then the Passover concluded with the drinking of the fourth cup. And the fourth cup was the cup of consummation, and there was a prayer, "Lord, make us worthy of the Messiah, and to be your people, the Messiah, the son of David, in his seed." And after that, rabbis record that there would be long discussions on God's word well into the evening and early morning hours, and a general sense of celebration at who God was. Have a blessed day.